For many years now, Russ and Craig have had many wide-ranging conversations with folks from all over the gaming world. This is one of those conversations.
D6G, The Lost Chapter.
Hey, welcome back to The Lost Chapters. And, of course, here we are in lovely Dunkin' Donuts in Nashua,
Donuts.
New Hampshire. Oh, and it is eggnog season.
It is. The eggnog.
Which is lovely. And you know what's really good? What's really good is the red velvet, which I don't know has red velvet is traditionally a wedding cake down south. So I'm not sure what its connection is with Christmas. But I'll take it because it's darn good.
Hey, Craig, look who's sitting in the corner booth over there. Is that Stephen Buonocore from Stronghold Games?
No, what would he be doing here at Dunkin' Donuts?
There he is.
What's he drinking? I don't think they serve that here.
I think he's sleeping.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey, Steven, what's up?
What am I doing in a Dunkin' Donuts in Nashua, New Hampshire? I guess I don't know.
Wow, mispronounced. There we go. See,
there you go. Prove it.
These
Just
Jersey
prove
guys
that you're
can't pronounce anything right. I tell
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
What did I say it wrong?
No. Speaking of New Jersey, though, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
You guys all recovered from the hurricane down there and everything?
Oh, it was pretty freaking wild down here. I mean, there's a lot of people still suffering, so I can't make light of this at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I was out of power for 3.5 days. So to me, it was an inconvenience.
Right.
But I mean, I have a very close friend that lost everything basically in her ground floor apartment, which had 4 feet of water in it.
Oh my God.
And that's not even the worst thing. It's an apartment. It's a possession. People lost their house. So it's one of those things you don't want to bring down the whole show here, but it was really, really bad in this area. And on Long Island, there's still homes without power. So it still continues even to now, which is it's very sad.
It is sad. Well,
Yeah, there we go. Bringing down the show. There we go.
Well, we're glad that you're okay.
I'm doing great, guys.
And you made it all the way up to Dunkin' Donuts.
I made it all the way there.
Great.
Yeah, I recommend the red velvet.
Yeah, what's your favorite donut?
Donut
Steven?
or munchkin?
My favorite donut is a bagel.
A bagel. Spoken like a true New Yorker. All right.
I'm a New Yorker. I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay.
I
Well,
don't do
bagels are
too
good.
many donuts, but that's all right. They have bagels there.
What do you like on your bagel?
I'll go with a little light cream cheese.
Light
Just a little
cream
bit.
cheese? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that all right?
I guess. Okay. All right.
You guys go for the butter? What do you got? Butter?
No, just not light cream. You got to go the heavy cream. You got to smear that stuff on there. You got like an inch of cream cheese on there. You're not.
I gotta
even-
keep my boyish figure.
I go for just a little bit of butter is my
right.
my choice.
That's
All right.
okay.
We're not here to talk about bagels and cream cheese, though. Although that'd be kind of fun. No, we thought the holidays are coming. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they are.
They
So
are?
it
I'm
might-
not ready.
Might be kind of fun to talk about things we're excited to, top of our wish lists.
Oh, our wish list. My wish
beyond-
list is quite intriguing.
Beyond peace and everyone, having a happy, healthy holiday season. Beyond that, as geeks and gamers, what are we looking forward to most from this holiday season, right? So each of us picked a few items here, and we're just going to go around the Dunkin' Donuts table here and talk about what we're looking forward to and maybe a little why. So, Steven, what'd you pick your first thing you're excited about for this holiday season?
Well, the way I thought about this is, what kind of things would get me excited, or what kind of things would, I think your average geek, would really get excited to have or to get. And I think that one of the coolest things that are happening this holiday season is The Hobbit.
Oh, yeah.
And now that Peter Jackson not only is doing it, but he's doing it in 3 movies.
Yeah,
Which I'm okay with.
Do we need to insert a joke here about that, or are we okay with the fact that there's going to be 3 Hobbit movies?
You could make 4 if you want. Are you kidding me?
I'm
I'm guaranteed 3 Lord of the Rings movies over the next 3 years. I'm good.
Yeah, we're going to have 9
it's a-
Silmarillion movies? I mean, what are they going to do?
I don't care. No. What my understanding is, this is The Hobbit, and then all of what Gandalf is doing against Sauron and what Saruman is up to, which is all included in the appendices of Return of the King, is all going to be leavened into the Hobbit story, so that you basically get the whole prequel feel for all of the characters. Because in The Hobbit, Gandalf's pretty much not there for most of it, right?
He's not there for most
Exactly. So you're not getting a lot of what's going on with him and what's going on against Sauron. So what they've done is they've put in a lot of that background that is easily found in the appendices. We're not going to the Silmarillion yet. In fact, I don't know that I'd be 100% behind the Silmarillion, as it's put me to sleep 3 times, and I have failed to finish it all 3 times.
I have read the Silmarillion twice. Don't start.
Twice?
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
I am
we got a hardcore guy here, Craig.
I am a
Hardcore.
huge Tolkien.
Wow.
And while in essence I would say that I'm a purist, and when I heard that they were doing The Hobbit in 2 movies, it sat weird with me. And then I heard 3 movies. I gotta say, it's Peter Jackson. The man is a genius. He did an amazing job with Lord of the Rings, though changing a few things. I'm backing this, and you know what we end up getting? We get more Tolkien for the next year and a half.
I got a problem with
3 movies. So my wish list, and my wish list for my geek friends is that they get tickets to The Hobbit, maybe even in IMAX 3D.
I don't want it in 3D, Steven. We don't want the 3D part. I like IMAX.
Well, you know what? I think you should experience. I think it's the kind of movie where they're gonna do some cool things with it too. So you should experience it in both. This is the kind of movie where I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna see it in the regular movie format, and I'm gonna go IMAX 3D. I'm actually gonna see it in Atlantic City. At the Tropicana, they have a real IMAX theater there, which is very cool.
I like my Hobbit shortened in 2 dimensions. I'm just saying.
And make it since someone's usually buying it for somebody else, make it a nice, really big thing where you go out for a nice dinner and all that. But the basic thing here is go to see The Hobbit in some great format, maybe IMAX 3D with someone you love.
All right.
And I think that's my first part of my Christmas or my holiday wish list.
That's a good one. Can't argue with that at all. I would love to have that in my stocking. So I got one. It's sort of in the movie line. I would say that no geek would be disappointed at all getting the next set of ships coming out for the X-Wing game from Fantasy Flight Games.
That's true.
If you want
Very
to
nice.
get
Have you guys played it yet? I assume you have.
I have. I own all the current ships, but coming out this holiday season, although I think something got delayed, so maybe not all of them. But coming out this holiday season, it's still uncertain.
I'm about to rebut your wish list here, but go ahead.
Here we go. So the Millennium Falcon, Boba Fett's Slave One, the TIE Interceptor,
A-Wing and the Interceptor.
A-Wing. Yeah, you need all those, and especially the Falcon looks so great. So if they do make it out by holiday, get it. If they don't make it out by holiday, give them a little coming soon card and give them a gift certificate for the local game store.
My very good friends at Fantasy Flight Games gave me the base set when I saw them at the Alliance Trade Show in September or early October. And they're sending me over all the new stuff, all the new expansions too. As soon as they're back in the warehouse. So
cool.
These are the kind of side bennies for the Merchant of Venus thing, isn't it?
This is the benefits to now having some of the most powerful people in the industry being a very good friend of yours.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah. Now to rebut, sadly, they had some manufacturing and shipping issues, and all 4 ships have been pushed back to February.
Well, crap.
Sadly. However,
but they'll be there.
As an interesting point, they were able to get a small number of them, and so they've decided that to get them out into the general populace, they have put them into organized play packs.
Ooh.
So if your local game store can order one of those, basically what happens is you get one of each of the medium-sized ships, which I love the fact that they're calling them medium-sized ships.
That's very exciting, right?
Because that indicates, that there's something else somewhere along the way.
That's no moon.
And that's probably not one of those. That would be the size of a bus.
I think it'd be the size of a city, actually, at this point.
Yeah, probably. Or at the very least, a convention center.
Right.
And so 2 A-Wings and 2 Interceptors. And the suggested way that they're going to, and it's a 100-point tournament that the whole thing revolves around. Winner gets to choose one of those 6 ships.
Nice. Yeah. What you gonna pick?
I don't know what I would choose.
The one with the Wookiee. Get the one with the Wookiee.
Second place.
Yep.
What's that?
Get the one with the Wookiee.
There you go.
Just saying.
Yeah. I always let the Wookiee win.
Right.
Second place gets the second choice. Third, what they're recommending is third and fourth get third and fourth, and then the organizer get the last 2 ships. But interestingly enough, being the person that's going to be running this for Myriad Games is Jeremy, the Sherpa himself.
Yes, Sherpa.
and he has decided that he does not want to get any sort of thanks for this. So the first place gets first and fifth choice.
Oh, there you go.
And second place gets second and sixth choice. So you're going to get 2 of those ships. So those ships will be out there. There will be pictures of them. They will be played all over the place, and you'll be able to see how they fare online, if not locally. And ours is actually in the first 2 weeks of December.
Right, so go win them and then give them to your geek friend, and you'll be the coolest geek ever.
Yeah, especially if your geek friend is Russ.
Yes.
Clearly that is the subliminal message here.
That is. All right, that was my first choice. Craig, what was your first holiday choice there?
Well, interestingly enough, my first one was the X-Wing Next Wave, unfortunately.
There you go.
Come on. You just
Copycat.
Copycat.
I didn't look at everybody's stuff. I did mine on my own. Usually we do this in secret, and then we reveal as we go. So I am going to say the new Axis units from Dust.
Ooh, those are hot, yeah.
Because by the time Christmas rolls around, there is the big heavy weapon anti-tank teams that look awesome. I looked at them yesterday. I haven't picked them up yet because the rules aren't available, which is a little irksome. Yeah. And the giant heavy transport, the Axis transport, which I believe is also amphibious, which is going to be good for the next time we play a campaign, so I don't have to worry about nasty things like bridges.
Nice.
And so both of those things and the rule book to use them would be awesome. So that's that. I think that would be mighty nice if I saw those pesky Germans shooting at me from underneath my Christmas tree.
Nice. I think any gamer would be happy to get those.
I think so, especially if they play Axis.
Right. Nothing says Christmas like a bunch of Germans shooting at you from under the Christmas tree.
Exactly. Wow. Hey, last Christmas it was Space Marines. So
there you go.
So, Stephen, what's your number 2 choice there?
My number 2 choice. Okay. This is what I would call. I've said this in the past to my friends, probably not on the air, but I think that a Game of Thrones on HBO is the single best television ever done. I think it was that good the first season. Yeah, I know it's strong statement. I think it's ever the single best piece of television ever done. And of course, they're now in season 2 and going to season 3. Oh yeah, you want to debate this? All right, I'm getting the controversy.
I don't know. Best ever?
Definitely
best television ever done. Well, let's do a special episode
chapter.
We're gonna hold the lost
chapter on that.
You're gonna be back again, Buonocore, defending that statement. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it.
Well, really quickly, Russ, what would you put against it? I know you're a big fan of Revolution.
Yeah, would not nothing with muskets
between you guys, and this is awesome.
No, I hate Revolution. No. I would just say the only thing that brings it down is the obsession with the constant we're cable so we could do the sex and the and the gratuitous.
But there's an awful lot of that in the books too.
No, well, I'm not saying it's not true to the books. I'm just saying, I think
no, it goes way beyond the books. I'm just saying the atmosphere is true.
I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great series. I don't know if it's the best television ever. I have to think about that for a minute.
Best television ever.
Really?
Right, but we're not talking about that now. We're going to come back on a separate.
I would say Firefly.
Yeah, I would.
Firefly would have been, except that they completely effed the entire thing up when they originally aired it, and it was aired in completely. What happened with that?
Right, but Firefly has 1.3 seasons worth of. If you're going to count the length of a season of Game of Thrones, it's only 10 episodes a season.
Let's not debate. I think we can all agree it's a great series.
All right, it's a great series. We can go on forever with this.
Right. Nerd fight. Okay. Nerd fight.
Nerd fight, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. I love it.
There's a board game here, Stephen, somewhere. There's a board game in this whole thing.
Nerd fight the board game.
Nerd fight the board game.
Nerd rage.
Which is better? Nerd rage.
Nerd rage stories. You should read my customer service emails. Oh my god. Anyway, that's great. So what I'm proposing here is that a wonderful gift for any nerd of like mind would be the Game of Thrones season 1 collector's edition, which is just now out from HBO. It is about $69.99. It includes both DVD, Blu-ray, and lots of extras on there. And it comes with
Steven's even providing you with the cost.
I know.
I'm trying to give full disclosure
He's a gift guide professional.
I didn't do it for the tickets to the Hobbit because that depends on where you are. But
Right.
yeah, $70, and you get all these extras, and it comes with a dragon egg paperweight in the collection.
You can't have too many of those.
You can't have too many dragon egg paperweights around.
You can't.
So.
In fact, you should have 3 technically.
Do you get your own?
Yes.
Do you get your own Khaleesi that goes with the eggs? No.
Oh, it does not come with Khaleesi.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Well,
You have to find your own Khaleesi, which should be your significant other.
exactly.
Right.
So I will.
Which should be your life's quest.
That's right. Your last quiz. I will leave it at that. Best
Right.
show
Good choice.
ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right, let's
leave
go
it
with
at that. With a little rub in just in case.
Right. Well, I'm not saying it's not a great show, but anyway, moving right along. So Steven's obviously going out on the video stuff here, which is awesome. I'm going to go in my favorite realm, which is tech here, and I would like, and I think a lot of computer geeks out there are kind of like where I am right now, which is we're really fascinated by the whole concept of Windows 8. It's an okay upgrade if you don't have a touchscreen, but if you have a touchscreen, it actually gets really interesting. So you kind of, I want for Christmas a Windows 8 computer with a touchscreen built in. I need that whole thing. So I'm hoping for either a laptop or a touchscrreen or something. I think any geek would be happy with that, so they can really try out Windows 8 for reals, as opposed to just slapping it on their existing PC, because there's no reason to upgrade to it except unless you have the touchscreen part. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Have you guys tried it all at all? Windows 8 out yet?
That's very geeky. But
it's pretty nerdy.
Actually, no, I have not. I heard it's cool. I heard Windows 8 tablets are going to be a great thing, but at the moment I have become an Apple guy. I've now gotten an iPad 3.
I have an iPad. They're fine. They're good.
They're wonderful, except that I didn't want to like drink the Kool-Aid of Apple, and I have drunk their
The
Kool-Aid.
ecosystem's too big. The problem is, and now, well, also in your business, you kind of gotta. You can't really ignore that, right? Because I mean, half the game companies out there developing apps now for Apple. So.
Absolutely, and that bit. Yes, that's true.
So it's like
you have to be on an iOS, and
you can rationalize it. It's not you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. You have to just experience. You have to know it's business use case, right?
That's right. Business use case. I had to have one.
You had to have.
I got one.
It's not because you love it.
iOS is a great implementation, though. I got to say, so I can't say.
So, but anyway, I want to try Win 8. I love my Apple products, but I want to get my PC upgraded to Windows 8 and a new PC.
Good choice.
That's my thing.
Cool.
Craig, what's your second one?
Now, I'm curious. Like, what's the deal with the touch? Like, what do you need a touch screen for? Like, what's the how does that? So how is that a better interface, or what is it a better interface for?
Well, it's tiled now, right? So you can flip back to sort of the old desktop minus the start button, which is a source of big debate amongst geeks. But basically, the screen's all tiled now and it flows. So if you're reading a web page, you can just like move your hand over the screen and basically brush it, and you can move around really quickly.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. It's after using. I think what happens is if you've used a tablet for a while, like your iPad or whatever, you get used to the fact that it's just more intuitive to move it like paper. It's like turning pages in a book. So when you sit back down in front of a computer, you find yourself touching your screen and going, "Damn it, it doesn't move." So I think this is it bridges the gap. And actually, I've gone here for you nerds out there who want to try this out. Go to your local Best Buy or whatever. They now have these PCs out there that have the touchscreens turned on, so you can try Windows 8. Check it out. It's actually pretty neat. I mean, I don't know if it's a paradigm shift or not, but it's pretty interesting to play with. And I'm curious to see if I had it and play with it enough. It's sort of the geeky, curious guy in me. I want to see if I could actually get into it and it would work well for me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I'm sorry to cut you off. I think it's gonna be more Windows 8 on the tablet and maybe the laptop. I don't see that the whole touching is not going to become a paradigm shift in computing, hardcore computing. It can't be. It just can't be, because you can't do the same kind of work on a
Well, you still
tablet.
need the mouse. You still need the mouse, but what you can. It's sort of like, I don't know. You just use both of them. It's sort of weird. I have to. It's hard to.
I can't wait. I can't wait to try it on a hardcore computer.
It's very. So. It's weird. That's why I want to try it, because I'm not sure. Like, I'm already thinking like dual monitors. One of them's touch, one of them. I don't know. It's crazy. It's in my head. It's weird. I know I want to try it out, but I don't want to really. I want it to be a Christmas thing, because I don't want to. It's one of those things you don't really need it, but I kind of want.
Right.
It,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just concerned because I'm like, I mean, it took me a long time to get on board with my phone. So
you'll get
the idea of having to reach through my computer screen to actually do all that stuff is daunting to me.
Well, don't forget, like the Windows 8
Is
laptops.
it just navigation?
Yeah, well, both. But you can use the touchpad and the mouse too. But you also have the screen there to reach out and I don't know. It's you have to kind of play with it.
But like, give me one example where so am I reaching out and I'm like highlighting stuff with my finger? Like,
no, you're just navigating really quickly. Like, think about like a web page. You can move up and down by holding your hand and just going up and down. And instead of having to reach over to the mouse and find the, well, I guess with the scroll it's not too bad.
Wait! Oh my God! I just sprained my hand reaching to the mouse.
See what happens? Now you have just I don't know. You have to because remember with the especially in a laptop when you're remote and you don't have a mouse, all you have is a touchpad.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, scrolling up and down is kind of a pain. So being able to reach forward and just do it with your hand, it's faster. So and if you just reading,
I went
don't know.
and I got myself a really nice wireless mouse. That's
I do too. But I'm just saying, you have to try it out. I'm
just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. Much like Game of Thrones being the best TV show ever, I'm not saying you're wrong necessarily.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, I don't like. I'm very curious as to what the deal is there.
I want to find out. So, Craig, what's your number 2?
Okay, my number 2 is It kind of kicks in with what you're saying here. Is I want to kind of upgrade my computer space, so to speak, for my writing. And there's I forgot to write it down. I'm trying desperately to figure out like what did I do wrong? Okay. So anyway, first thing I want is like wireless printing capability.
There you go.
Which I know is not a big deal, but I think it's going to be awesome for me. Yep. Because right now I have to go downstairs to my other computer and I have to like unplug the printer from from the desktop, and I want to get and blah 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 blah. That's all
very cheap. That's a good thing to get.
Yeah, they're like $40 for a Wi-Fi printer.
Yeah,
right. Well, that's exactly. So and I went and I priced them today, and I was looking at them, and so I'm very excited to do that. So I can just print.
Russ, please buy one for Craig.
Yeah,
it's the least you can do for Craig.
I'm good. We're on. But then also I've been looking through all kinds of different things that I can get that would help my writing, and one of them is and I would feel like this is cheating when I segue into a novel someday, but when I'm writing 15,000 words every 3 or 4 days for gaming stuff, I know that I'm burning. And actually, you know what convinced me that I have to, even though it's like $80, I'm going to have to put the money down on this at some point, is listening to the first Law trilogy. Mm-hmm. And how many times the word grimacing comes up. Because I'm like, first of all, I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but maybe I'm wrong. It could be a dialectic thing. But second of all, holy crap, if that's not like every 4 or 5 minutes. Grimacing, grimace,
so
grimacing,
what
grimace.
$80 thing's going to save you from grimacing?
Well, ready? It's called White Smoke Thesaurus software.
Oh.
And what it does is it actually goes through your document. It's specifically for writers. It goes through your document and finds words that you use a lot.
Oh, wow.
And then gives you recommendations. And I'm a huge negative person, I guess, as far as which is ironic, really, when I'm talking about a thesaurus, because I bet I could find a better word for negative person about it. Like with my students, when I tell them, because a very basic student trick when they're writing is they use a thesaurus. So like every other word they click, they right click on it in Microsoft Word, and they use the thesaurus. And what they don't realize is that almost every one of those words means something subtly different. So you can tell within the first 5 minutes of reading a kid's research paper, you can tell if the kid is doing that, because these words pop up that don't mean what they clearly are supposed to mean. So my reading vocabulary is much, much, much larger than my writing vocabulary, which is true of I think every human being, because of the way that your brain stores reading and writing vocabularies, which is in 2 separate places that actually cannot communicate with each other. But it's fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
There you go.
But
you learn something every day.
So I think a thesaurus. So I'm pretty confident in my ability to use a thesaurus to start with. So this White Smoke Pro software that I found I think would be really useful for me. It also does a lot of other stuff. It works with grammar and other stuff. But I think that its use as this as a suggestion, a thesaurus suggestion, I think is huge. So I'm hoping to pick that up and see where that might be able to take me.
There you go.
Because I don't want to be grimacing all the way to the bank.
Every geek wants in his stocking the White Smoke Thesaurus software. There it is.
Every wannabe writer geek.
There you go. No, I think it's good. Very good suggestion there.
Yeah.
Craig, your knowledge is worth the $1 just costs to get this lost chapter right there. It's amazing.
There you go.
There it is. So what's your third one there, Stephen?
Oh, I'm up again. Wow. Okay.
You're up.
We try to go quickly here.
Try to go quickly. All right. So I'm gonna call out a great website that probably most of us know about who are hardcore geeks, that we revel in our geekdom, our geekiness, our geekification, and I'm going to call out a great website for all things geek, and that is Think Geek.
Oh yes.
And literally, you can go on this website and you can just scroll to any page, click, and say, yeah, I'll take that. Because it's that cool. I mean, they've got just the most incredibly geeky crap that you could possibly want.
And it's high quality geeky crap. That's the best part. It's actually really
right.
Nice.
It's all ridiculously neat stuff.
Right.
So, but let me call out some of the things that I found when I went today. I think specifically for this discussion, I went today to go take a look at a couple of things. There was one thing that from back in the day that I'd always wanted to get for myself, and I never did, was a USB rocket launcher. Now, come on. The usefulness of this is
it's endless.
Incredible.
That is endless enjoyment right there. See, that's a perfect example for the touchscreen, because you plug it into the side, then you tap your screen, and the rocket launches.
For $24.99, think of the enjoyment you can get out of a USB rocket launcher in your cubicle, right?
I love it.
Shooting at the guys in the other cubicle, shooting at somebody who comes into your cubicle. Forget it. Or it's amazing.
Is there really iLaunch for the iPhone? Because that's brilliant.
No, that's. Oh, did you know about the iLaunch?
No, what's that?
You're reading off my list here.
No, I'm jumping ahead on you there. I'm totally cheating.
You jumped ahead. So, but if you want to take the USB rocket launcher further, then you get the iLaunch rocket launcher for your iPhone for $79.99, and now you can take your rocket launcher anywhere you go. And via communicating via Bluetooth, you can set up your rocket launcher in a cafe with you, or at your friend's house, or whatever. And on your iPhone, you can then tell it to launch rockets at people from your iPhone. Come on,
brilliant.
Now this is truly geeky and truly wonderful. So,
see, that's awesome. That's the power of human innovation right there. We could have cured cancer. No, we built a Bluetooth-powered rocket launcher. That's where we got to put our effort. That's awesome.
iPhone Bluetooth-powered rocket launcher. Right. But other things that you can find on this site that I just happen to find, which are maybe more intellectually stimulating, you can get a Schrodinger's cat executive decision maker. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a little box. So about half the people out there know exactly what we're talking about. Like, what the F did he just say? Schrodinger's cat. It's a very philosophical discussion about, does something exist or not exist? You throw a cat in a box and you put a cover on it. Is the cat alive or dead in the box? You don't know if the cat's alive or dead because you can't observe it. That's the Schrodinger's cat paradox. Uh-huh. Anyway. So the Schrodinger's cat executive decision maker for $19.99 on ThinkGeek. You open the little. There's a little box, and you open the little thing on the box, and it'll show a picture of the cat, and it'll do this little dance for a second, and the cat will either show up alive or not alive. And if you can say should we have a pizza for lunch or not? Open it up. The cat does a little dance, and all of a sudden, if it falls down, pizza wasn't the right idea. If it stood up and it was look happy, pizza's the right decision. Schrodinger's cat, executive decision maker, $19.99. Every geek should have one.
Brilliant.
Uh-huh.
Brilliant.
And just a couple of other quick things. You can get little helicopters on there, which I've played with my nephews. What do you call them? RC microcopters and things like that for $40. I've had endless fun with my nephews playing with this thing. And if you have a large family room, you can take them outside.
Nice.
Really cheap, battery operated, and they're really just a lot of fun. T-shirts. There's 1,000 T-shirts you can get on there. My favorite is the rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock T-shirt from Big Bang Theory. So
I got a couple of my favorite Think Geek things. So one Christmas, Nicole got me something from Think Geek, and it's one of my most treasured possessions. It is the USS Enterprise 1705 pizza cutter.
Yes.
So this baby is solid chrome. It's awesome.
Awesome.
And the saucer section is actually a rotating pizza cutter with the SSN the number right on the front there, and you just roll it and cut your pizza. It goes back in its box. It's awesome. And so then I got her the next year. Have you seen this one, Stephen? It's the Death Star tea diffuser.
Yes, I did see that. That was what I was searching.
Imagine a tea diffuser, Craig. You know the round balls that usually put. Yep. So it's round with and it's silver, the shape of the Death Star, and it's got the little Death Star battle thing on it. You pop it up, and then there's got the little chain, because you lower the tea diffuser into your teacup, and at the end of the chain is a little chrome TIE fighter you can hang on to, and it's just brilliant. It is awesome. So if you have a geek in your life, you could do a lot worse than Think Geek. There's some fantastic geeky gifts on there. Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's see. Cool. What was my number 3? Oh, so here's one. This is an easy one. So I all year I've wanted my my Colossal for War Machine all year long.
Yeah.
And I had not pulled the trigger on it just because it's so expensive. It's $125, whatever it is, $130. And I really want it. I know I'd put it together like the day I got it, really all over it. And it's just that little bit extra money that I can't really bring myself to spend, so I want it for the Christmas. So all I want for Christmas is my giant blue Signar Colossal. And I think any War Machine player would love to get a Colossal under the tree. So if you know a War Machine player, get him a Colossal. He or she will be very happy.
Very nice.
So I was saying about that.
That's all you got to say about that.
You can't go wrong with the Colossal. It's giant. It's a giant, resin and metal thing. It's just awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. I got it.
All right. What's your third one there, Craig?
I'm going to go with, because I am absolutely loving the Forge World Horus Heresy book. Mm-hmm. And Forge World models are probably even more expensive than the Forge World Horus Heresy book.
I was going to say, is that the book that's more expensive than my Colossal I want?
Yes, $120. How much is your Colossal again?
$125. It's $5 more for a Colossal.
Yeah. And I couldn't read the Colossal cover to cover.
No.
And it caused me to stop reading everything else I've been reading.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm okay with that book over a Colossal any day of the week. Right. But anyway, what I would really like is a Relic Contemptor Dreadnought body, which is the Horus Heresy era Dreadnought. And then I don't even know a close combat arm, because you know what, they used to have the Stormbolter in the fist, like in the palm. So when they shoot, their like hand opens up, kind of like Iron Man's suit.
Oh, nice!
And that's where the rockets come shooting out of. And there's all kinds of cool. Their twin link las cannons are actually side by side instead of up and down. And so a fully kitted out Relic Contemptor Dreadnought would be awesome. But I would take pretty much any of the Horus Heresy vehicles that you can get now. I mean, they've got which is ironic considering I did sell it for a pittance back when, and Russ hated me for it when I sold my original first version Land Raider. Remember I did that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And now they're making Forge World versions that look almost exactly like the one that I sold for a pittance, and they only cost about $160.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, they look so cool. And so, I would just have to say that I would be super excited to see any of these Horus Heresy vehicles under my tree. Now, because of the War Store, I don't really need any of the infantry because I bought all those bits to make all of my pre-Heresy infantry. But just looking at all the different cool new tanks that are here specifically for the Horus Heresy era stuff, including they've got the Horus Heresy versions of the Baneblade, which are they've got the big domed turrets like the old Predators. So they're all like they totally look retro and they're totally different and look cool. And so so I would have to say any 40K player who's not totally MEQ'd out, so to speak, must be excited about the Horus Heresy movement with Forge World and would love to get any of this stuff. A Dreadnought is a nice place to start because that's only going to cost you like $100. But
makes the Colossal look cheap. Not going to lie.
Exactly, it does for the size and everything. Yeah. But I like the game about 1,000 times better than I like that
Not
game.
critical.
So there you go.
A present's only good if the people want it. That's right.
What's that?
A present's only good if it fits the receiver.
That's very true. That's a Colossal would I would be able to put a Colossal back in my stocking and use it as a weapon. That's basically what I would be able to do with that.
All right.
So that's me on that score.
All right. Well, we're going a little long, so we got time for one more each. So, Stephen, what's your fourth item here?
Okay. Well, I think the fourth item's got to be games, board games. What kind of games should you get the geek in your life? What's the hotness that you should be looking at?
What company would you recommend they buy them from?
What company I would recommend anybody buy from? Well, of course, I would recommend buying from Stronghold Games. But so, and I guess this is part of my plug, right? So, one of the things that we've done this year is do a huge push in all segments of the market. Mm-hmm. So for light, small card game stocking stuffers, you can go out and get Little Devils and Crazy Creatures. These are literally going to fit in the stocking. It's a card game. $15 price point, fantastic. You want Euro? That's not your style. Not necessarily my style either. We have light Euro games like Milestones. Heavy Euro games now. One of the big hotnesses is CO2. Article 27, we talked about in the other part of the episode, and in the main part of the episode, is going to be a great game with great components. Mm-hmm. If you want oodles and oodles of bits, Crude, the oil game with 300 plastic pieces, that got some great buzz.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, there's a lot of bits in there.
It's awesome. I mean, it really is. I mean, it not only is a great economic simulation of the oil and gas markets, but it is just amazing to behold because you're going to be playing with these things and creating your infrastructure. And
now, if you get that game, do you understand all of a sudden why gas goes up and down at the pump?
No, not in the slightest.
No,
but you'll have fun as it does go up and down at the pump.
Okay, cool.
And then I mean, let's. You have Revolver 2, which is a sequel game to Revolver. Both of them going to be supported going forward. And I'll end with the big hotness I think that's going to be big for the Christmas season and big going into next year. That's Jeff Engelstein's Space Cadets.
Now, is Space Cadets going to be out? I mean, is it? Can I go to the store now and buy my copy of Space Cadets?
You can't go quite yet. However, I'm fulfilling my pre-orders are still, well, again, by the time this airs, this will be late news. Right. So my pre-orders will be fulfilled the week after Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So on the 12th of December, which is about the time this is going to drop, Space Cadets will be available retail. So you can get this for Christmas, as well as CO2, as well as Revolver 2, as well as Core World's Galactic Orders, this expansion of Core World. So all of our stuff will be out by end of year.
I would like Space Cadets under my tree for sure.
Me too.
For sure.
And so there you go, Craig. Now you know what he wants. Now you got to get it for him.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then very quickly from other publishers, because I do want to spread the love here, some great geeky stuff that I've been playing recently. King of Tokyo.
King of Tokyo is awesome.
It's just awesome. And the new power-up expansion.
I haven't tried that yet. Is it good?
I have not played it. I couldn't pick it up in Essen because I was too busy to go get it over there at their booth. But it just sounds. I met Richard Garfield there, and I just had a great talk with him, and it just sounds like a great game. And I just played last night, which I'm sure we've talked about already, or we will talk about on the achievements. Legendary, which is the superhero game. Superhero deck building game.
I saw that play the other night, and everybody loved it. My only concern was there were two Captain Americas in action at once, and one was not a Skrull, so I had a problem with that. My little nerd rage. Otherwise, it was cool.
No, it really is. It is great. I'm not going to go too deeply into it, but I played it last night with my game group, and I was like, wow, this is a brilliantly designed deck building game and very thematic. I mean, Core Worlds has been called like the most thematic of deck building games. This has got to be right up there. Fantastic implementation.
Yeah, I tried to complain about that, and they just said suck it up and pretend he's Bucky, so I don't know what that meant. But well, yeah, it looked fun, and the artwork was fantastic.
Bucky,
yeah.
Once again, I lose out because I don't.
It's his sidekick.
Right, it's Cap's sidekick who actually takes on Cap's. Anyway, long story. So let's see. I got one more here. I got a couple games. Actually, it's interesting. Exile Sun. Have you heard about this game, Stephen?
No, I don't know that.
So it was a Kickstarter, but I found it on my local store shelf. And fortunately, I was like, I don't know. It's one of those games. So it's a space conquest game. It's got lots of bits in it. It's got this cool slider thing with cards that how you do combat. And I was like, I don't know. And fortunately, it was Myriad Games. They're like, well, check it on GameShare. So I have it on GameShare now. So I'm going to try it out, but I might end up needing to buy this game. So I think it's the game I didn't expect to see this fall. I'm kind of excited to try it out. So that's my board game to add to my board game list there on the things for Christmas time. Well, Craig, what do you got? We got one more left there?
Yeah, I would say that an awesome gift for any geek would be a T-shirt from either Ripped Apparel or
yes.
T-Fury.
Oh, yeah.
That is particularly geared to them specifically, especially if they're like me and forget to go there every day. Those are websites that every day for 24 hours they have a T-shirt up, and they're almost always mashup T-shirts. So T-shirts that combine, for instance, just one that I'm looking at from T-Fury is To Serenity and Beyond. And it has Malcolm Reynolds looking a lot like, what's the cowboy's name there from Toy Story? Woody, yeah. And instead of Buzz Lightyear, it's Jane. Yeah. But he's all set up like yeah. So that's just the kind of thing that it's awesome. It's really cool, especially because they change every day. So I mean, it's just so many different weird things. Gesundheit.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's like video games and geek TV shows and role playing. And for instance, one that was very recent was a D20 landing on a dragon, and it was a 20. So it was like a critical hit on a dragon.
That's where I got my Black Knight Rises shirt. Have you see that shirt, Craig? With the
No,
so
I did not.
Remember the Dark Knight logo where it had the bat symbol was actually the sky with the city?
Yep.
And then Batman was sort of standing in front of it. So the Black Knight Rises is the Black Knight from Monty Python without his arms. And behind him is a bunny-shaped skyline with buildings because it's the bunny.
Very nice, yeah.
So it's that kind of mashup, which is really cool. Always fun.
Exactly.
Shirts,
And like, I mean, I don't know if everybody goes there every day, but you can literally, if you watch for a month, something that would really, really be special to somebody in your life is probably going to pop up.
Right.
And so I think that, and it because it's only available for 24 hours, unless you want to go on eBay and get it for like $30. Because the prices are really, really good too. They usually cost like $10. I think that's just a great gift, and I would love, because I'm always spending more time looking at their graveyards than what they've got. Because whenever I go, they don't have anything, that I want. But then I look in the graveyard and I'm like, oh man, I missed that one.
Don't they send emails like every day that you can go like look?
Yeah, I don't.
You gotta register. Register.
I don't.
Well, you register
because I don't want to go every day. Come
Good tip,
on.
Steven.
You
Good
get
tip.
the email and you then click one click. I'm looking at it now. I've never heard of this website. It's sort of like it's like lots of these websites that have like that one deal a day kind of thing, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, these T-shirts look really interesting.
Yeah, there's all kinds of really cool stuff.
Well, I'm going to register. Damn you!
There you go.
Thank you.
You go ahead and
Damn you!
register.
Thank you.
So
I am.
Prove to me that this isn't a good gift
Steven,
idea.
This is a great gift. I'm telling you, it's a good gift. You should be registering.
Steven, forward all the emails to Craig as you get them. That'd be great. So
That'd be great.
all right, the Dunks guy's starting to give us the evil eye, like he wants to close or something.
Okay, well, we should
right.
probably let him, I
I don't know what
guess.
that's about, but hopefully,
I'm enjoying this too much.
I was fun. Hopefully, our listeners here, you guys got
Gave
some good
ideas.
ideas.
Oh, Steven was even given prices. He did his homework.
Steven's much better at this than we are. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I try to like make good Christmas lists for my my family.
That's a
and
good
friends.
one. Yeah, you got to send the hyperlinks and everything here. Buy this tool. I don't want. I want the Makita screwdriver, not the $2 special. So anyway, all right, there you have it. That's our Christmas list. Hopefully, you'll get some good holiday ideas for yourself. And thank you, Steven, so much for joining us in the Lost Chapter. Really appreciate
Steven,
it.
thanks for taking the time to be with us here at Dunkin' Donuts.
I love the donuts, and I love your company, guys. Thank you very much for having me here. Hopefully, we'll get like a chance to play a game, like sometime instead of just sitting around and talking about
We
games
really
and
should do that sometime.
Yeah,
eating donuts and coffee.
Right.
Well, we could have done it if you wanted to stay long enough to play a game of Evil Baby Orphanage that night in Gen Con, but no, you had to go run off.
I had other appointments that night.
I had to go
the night I hung out.
Owner of FFG. No big deal.
I went to have drinks with Chris Peterson.
Name drop.
And now who's got the new
I was
Falcon?
say there will be a name drop in 3.
That was a name drop.
1 thud.
There it is.
Boom.
All righty.
Yeah. Anyway, so now we know what's more important than playing a game with us.
Right.
Steven. That's what we know.
I see how it is.
Uh-oh.
I see how it is.
Yeah. So it's all nice and fun in Dunkin' Donuts to say someday we have to play a game soon. But
There it is.
It's hard. It's hard. You've got to make the hard decisions sometimes when you're a big wig like you, you know?
Yeah.
We little folks, we remember things.
All right, the next time the 3 of us, or even 2 of us, are in one location,
We're playing a
promise
game.
we're sitting down and playing some games.
We are. That's happening.
All right.
Is that a guarantee?
That's guaranteed. Going to happen.
I'm going to make it happen.
All right. Get out.
Get out.
Thanks for purchasing a D6G Lost Chapter. Supporting the show helps it grow.
You drunk, you silly old fool. You simply cannot see that that's a pair of chamber pots me mother sent to me. It's a many a day in coming 100 miles or more. But chamber pots with laces? No, I never saw that before.